Datuk Dr. Ching Tu, Secretary General, NRES, Datuk Nur Azmi Diron, Secretary General, Ministry of Economy, Datuk Technologist Dr. Haji Aminuddin, Secretary General, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, senior officials, strategic partners, sponsors, excellencies from the diplomatic corps, key stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by warmly welcoming everyone to the 15th edition of the International Green Tech and Eco Products Exhibition and Conference Malaysia, or in short, IGEM 2024. This event has become a platform that embodies our dedication to a sustainable future. It reinforces our commitment to harmonizing socio-economic progress with environmental stewardship, highlighting our efforts in climate action and biodiversity conservation through the utilization of green technology. Throughout its 15-year history, IGEM has significantly advanced the integration of diverse industries and global experts. It has grown from strength to strength. Since its launch, IGEM has emerged as Southeast Asia's leading platform for green technologies and sustainable solutions. Indeed, there's progress beyond being just an exhibition, becoming a pivotal force for transformation and a symbol for our shared resolve to achieve a more sustainable future. The need for this transformation is more urgent than ever before. Earlier this year, during the months of February and March, Malaysia faced a troubling surge in extreme heat. I think for many Malaysians, we were under the illusion that we can stand a high degree of heat. But as a result of climate change, we've realized that this is not something that we can easily tolerate, and the Malaysian Meteorological Department issued nearly 45 heat wave warnings from January to September, underscoring the intensifying temperature crisis. The impact on agriculture has been severe, with our Agricultural Research and Development Institute, MARDI, estimating that this year's rice yield may fall to only 62% of the previous year's figures. Thus, addressing these challenges requires more than awareness. It demands the mobilization of resources, strategic investments, and collaborative efforts. We have moved beyond reflection and now stand at a critical juncture where swift, decisive action is imperative. In order to energize these initiatives, we are committed to fast-tracking new legislation. As I speak now, we are in the process of doing our public consultancy with regards to the National Climate Change Bill, which will facilitate our progress towards achieving climate goals. And we hope that we believe that by early next year, the latest, we will be able to bring this bill to Parliament. This piece of legislation is an essential milestone in our pledge to tackle climate change and promote a sustainable future for Malaysia. At the same time, in the National Climate Change Action Council meeting chaired by the Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, and where Saudara Rafizi was also in attendance, we have decided that our net zero target, which was previously announced, like in last year's event, if you were here, we announced that our target was to be net zero as early as 2050. But we decided that that target is not firm enough, and in our nationally determined contributions roadmap and action plan, as well as long-term low-emission development strategy submissions, we are going to put our net zero target to be latest by 2050. And this is a big decision, and don't clap, it's not an easy decision to achieve. It's even for the most developed countries, but I believe that we can be the beacon of ambition for the region and for the developing world, because we believe that the time for action is now. Additionally, NRES has launched the National Climate Change Policy 2.0, which updates our previous climate change policy with the commitments we made in Paris in 2015 and other latest initiatives. At the same time, we are in the works for our national adaptation plan because we believe that adaptation to climate change is just as crucial and is often underlooked compared to mitigation. At the same time, we are working on a national carbon market policy. Yesterday we had at IGEM a discussion on carbon markets, and we are also looking at having mutual recognition of standards within ASEAN, and this is something that we will champion with our chairmanship of ASEAN in 2025. The integration of all these various policies will facilitate a coordinated approach to climate action, incorporating adaptation, mitigation, and market-based solutions. Malaysia will continue to play an active role on the global stage. We will have a Malaysia Pavilion at the COP20. We will have a Malaysia Pavilion at COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan, as well as in COP30 in Belém in Brazil next year. And these international forums present critical opportunities for Malaysia to showcase our efforts to engage with global leaders and to reaffirm our commitments to international climate agreements, and we will make our presence and our voice known. As I mentioned, being a small country is only by speaking the loudest that we can be heard. Over the past year, our government has made substantial strides towards building a sustainable future with key initiatives that are already yielding positive outcomes, such as our first important environmental legislation, the Environmental Quality Act, which dates back from 1974. It has been amended, where penalties have been enhanced, whether imprisonment or fines, to emphasize our resolve to protect our natural resources as well as the well-being of our ecosystems. With regards to climate financing and carbon credit auctions, we've had our first auction through the Kuamut Carbon Credit Project on the Bursa Carbon Exchange. And we've had a lot of interest from various state governments across the country to learn on how we can unlock the carbon market to pay for our conservation efforts. The Kuamut Rainforest Conservation Project was developed to protect and restore over 80,000 hectares of tropical forests in the Tonggok and Kinabatangan districts of Sabah, Malaysia, and it generates an estimated annual emission reduction of 800,000 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. In addition to these crucial actions, our dedication to environmental sustainability encompasses efforts to decarbonize the energy sector and protect Malaysia's diverse biodiversity to ensure that future generations can appreciate the natural beauty that characterizes our country. We have valued our natural resources too cheap for too long. Last year, within 6 months of the new government under the Ministry of Economy, collaborating with various other ministries, we came out with a NETR, National Energy Transition Roadmap, to speed up our transition towards 70% renewable energy capacity by 2050. At the same time, we will continue to highlight the fact that, an oft-forgotten fact, that Malaysia is a small country, but we are one of the 17th most mega-diverse countries in the world. 20% of all living species known to man exists in this country called Malaysia, and that is something that we must protect, and we must get the true value for us to be able to protect it for generations to come. And our commitment to biodiversity conservation is reflected in our adoption in the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, and which has been immediately integrated into our national policies. And with our ecological fiscal transfer program, where money is disbursed to state governments to protect and conserve protected areas, whether forest or marine areas. It started with 60 million ringgit in total per year in 2019, 70 million ringgit for 2021 and 22, but with the new government, it became 150 million ringgit last year and 200 million ringgit for this year. Ladies and gentlemen, we must persist in demonstrating our dedication to building a more sustainable future for Malaysia. IGEM is pivotal in this effort as it brings together like-minded individuals to exchange knowledge, foster business connections, and generate sustainable solution-driven ideas. IGEM serves as a dynamic intersection of innovation and collaborations where ideas evolve into tangible solutions. It offers a crucial platform for green businesses to engage with policymakers, investors, and thought leaders. IGEM's vision for the future is clear: to become Asia's foremost green tech, clean tech exhibition and summit. In fact, I believe that for 2025, as we chair ASEAN, maybe it is time, after 15 years of IGEM, that we can grow even bigger, not merely as a green tech, clean tech exhibition and summit, but as an idea for us to show our thought leadership in the sustainability sector, just as we see events such as the Shangri-La Dialogue and the Munich Security Conference for the defense sector, the Doha Forum, Kazanah Megatrends, and so on and so forth. And I believe that we should have a new sustainable event that can show our thought leadership that grows from what we've done with IGEM. And this is something that is relevant with our chairmanship of ASEAN. So this is the big job that the chair and the CEO of MGTC, they have to do for the next 1 year. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of IGEM 2024, Race Towards Net Zero, Regional Leadership for Climate Urgency, encapsulates our bold vision. We are not simply passive participants in the global movement towards sustainability. We accept the science of climate change. We will continue to voice about the issue of climate justice, but at the same time, we will show ambition and set the pace to lead the charge with determination and clarity. Starting yesterday until tomorrow, IGEM 2024 will focus on 5 key pillars: empowering cities, electrifying mobility, decarbonizing energy, accelerating circularity, and conserving biodiversity. We are thrilled to introduce several exciting new features this year, such as a specialized industry zone on hydrogen and carbon technologies via the Central Energy Transition Asia, and a multi-venue exhibition highlighting the future of connected autonomous shared electric mobility. We also have a green jobs booth for those eager to be part of a movement towards a more sustainable future. Since 2010, IGEM has achieved more than 50 billion ringgit in business leads, 600,000 visitors from over 120 countries to 4,000 exhibition booths. Last year alone, we achieved a record 11.17 billion ringgit in business leads and over 55,000 visitors. But most importantly to me, beyond all these numbers, is the fact that we want to create this momentum for a movement towards sustainability that will continue to grow from strength to strength and will have meaningful impact for generations to come. We are thankful to the support of countries. This year we have 48 countries, including China, Singapore, Thailand, Finland, Korea, Canada, Austria, and the Netherlands. And we hope that you can continue to support our efforts in this area. Before I end, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone for being here today. It is truly inspiring to see so many leaders from different industries gathered under one roof. People like to talk about the government of being in silos, that we all have our objectives and not collaborating with one another. But I have to be very grateful and thankful for the very fact that when it comes to climate action, we've been able to work across different ministries. When it was the ambitious net zero targets, I was quite surprised that it was the Economic and MITI Ministry that was very gung-ho about going for 2050. And of course, the leadership of Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, who has maintained our commitment for this very clear-sighted sustainability goals. And that has made my job slightly easier. To our esteemed partners, you have been and continue to be the driving force behind the success of IGEM, and we deeply value your unwavering support and commitment, and we hope that this will continue for many years to come. A special thanks to MIDA and various other partners for your support throughout the years. You have all contributed, all the sponsors, you have all contributed to the critical role that IGEM plays in shaping the future of green technology, not only in Malaysia but globally. This aligns perfectly with kelestarian or sustainability as not only being one of, but the first principle of the Malaysia Madani concept, which we aspire to build a future that balances progress with environmental responsibility. Now is our moment to lead with both passion and purpose. Let us work together to create a legacy that elevates Malaysia as a global leader in green technology. We must drive innovation, embrace sustainability, and approach the challenges of tomorrow with the determination required to safeguard our planet. By committing to our team, Race Towards Net Zero, let's take bold steps today to shape a world where future generations can thrive and prosper. Thank you.